Alright, you guys, so before we plant all these potatoes, I'm going to go ahead and weigh them. And we'll see what gain we get. I've seen some people, 1.06. Some people have just counted potato for potato, so they'll like plant a potato, and if they get a potato out of it, they call it good, but you don't know if they get a potato that's that size or what. So I think pound for pound, I think is the best way to go. So let's try that. So we're zeroed out here. Trying not to break off the plant. So these are what will grow into the plants here. These will grow into the plants that come up, and then these will also start rooting from the same area. So it's not like it roots from the bottom and then the plant comes from the top. It's really this area that grows into the plant, or plants. Multiple. Let's take a peek here. Okay, 4.04 pounds, or 4 pounds 4 ounces, which is right around a kilo. And that's what, these are seed potatoes, and that's what they promise, around 4.4 pounds, 2 kilograms. So that's right on. Oh, not 04, it's 4 point, yeah. 4 pounds, Jesus, I can't write, 4 pounds and 4 ounces. Okay. So now I'm going to divide these up, and we're going to plant some of them in straw and some of them in the wood chips. And then when we harvest them, we'll go ahead and pull those out and then weigh them again to see what our result is. And then in about a month, we'll plant the mid-season Yukon Golds, which is also around 4.4 pounds. So these will wait another month. It's still April. So let's get planting. Okay, so here's our straw pile. I put it together yesterday, and it's about 8 inches deep. And we're going to go ahead and plant 7 potatoes lengthwise in the russet, 7 in the Norland, and then when we get the Yukons, we'll do another 7 in Yukons. I'm self-limiting because I only have 7 potatoes that are russets, so I'll do those here, and then I'll do the rest of the potatoes in the chip garden. So let's get started. This is what Ruth Stout would do, exactly how she would plant. She would throw down her potato uncut into straw, toss it, and then she would cover it up with straw. And that's what she did. She would toss and cover it up. I'll put a link in the description below to her actually planting. She's been dead for several decades now, but she did this in the 70s, I think, and they taped her doing it. But she would literally just toss whatever and then just cover it up with some hay or straw, and that was good enough. So we're going to go ahead and do this bed right now. Alright, so we've laid them out. Russet, russet, red, russet, where is it? Right here. Red. Anyway, you get the point. Russet, red, red, blah, 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 blah. And now I'm just going to cover them up just like that. Very simple and easy. It'll be interesting to see how they actually grow. So I'll go ahead and finish up. Okay, so we're finished. I did mark the beginning of each row with a stick here and a stick here for the length of the row. And then like I said, I'll put the Yukons in there in about a month's time. And I'll make a note of it in my notebook. But this all said and done, the straw took about 10 minutes to put down, and planting took about 5 minutes maybe, if you could even call it planting. If this works out, I'll be thrilled to be able to do some planting like this, but we'll see what happens. And now let's go to the wood chips. Okay, now we're over here at the test garden. You guys have seen this before. So I'm going to test this new method over here, as long as my dog stays out of the potatoes. Bean, Sarah, leave it. I'm going to plant the Norlands on this side, and then I'll plant the Yukon Golds on that side when the time comes. And now I got to go rescue a potato. Alright, I got it back. It's a little slobbery, but she is evil. The evil dog. Yeah, now she's embarrassed. Okay, so anyway, Norlands, and then we'll do the Yukon Golds on the other side, and she's back in here again. Gee, many crickets. And I got it back again. Alright, she's in trouble. Okay, so I've laid out my potatoes now. But slobber potato that the dog had, and then one there, and then there, and there, and there, and there, and so forth. So they're about a foot apart, and I need to plant them 4 to 5 inches deep. I'm not sure I'm going to hit soil at that depth. I might just be in wood chips, but if I am just in wood chips, I'm going to try that. I am used to planting potatoes in the ground only. I've never done it on or in chips or straw before, so this is going to be quite interesting. And then when you plant the potato, if you cut it, cut side down, eyes up, and if it's, let's try to find a round one. Oh, these are all cut on this side. Well, anyway, if you find a round one, just pretend that's round again. The side with the least eyes goes down, and the most eyes is up. So I'm going to go ahead and get planting, and then I'll show you what it looks like. Well, I'm surprised by this, but at 4 or 5 inches deep, I am hitting soil. Look how beautiful that is. It's like chocolate cake. That's what you want, is a dark, like German chocolate cake color. There are a few wood chips down there, like that one. Just move that, and there's worms, and it's beautiful. So I'm going to go ahead and just clear that hole a little bit. And then I'm going to plant my potato and fill it in. And that's how you plant potatoes. Some people mound them, and I talked to my neighbor who is a professional potato grower, and he said if you hill them or mound them, you can get more volume, but the potatoes tend to be smaller. But if you don't mound them, you get less volume, but the potatoes tend to be bigger and more the same size. So I'll see how it goes. If I get any potatoes near the surface, I'll mound around them so they don't turn green, and but otherwise I may not. So we'll see. Alright, I want to get back to work. Alright, so we're all planted now. Took me maybe 20 minutes to dig each hole by hand and put the potatoes in. I wanted to give you guys a pro tip. This is a yoga mat, and you probably have a yoga mat somewhere in your house or in your garage from yoga you tried once and never went back to again, like I did. But it's great for outside kneeling on. Protect those knees, especially when you're on uneven surfaces like wood chips. Alright, you guys, so I'll keep you posted on the potatoes, and have a good day. See you later. Bye.